What is good, YouTube world? What is do, y'all? I ain't got no intro for y'all today. How's everybody feeling? What is good? I was just checking all my stats and everything, making sure we live. How y'all feeling on this 7th day, this Sunday morning? Hey, it's college football time, man. It's right about to kick off. What you talking about? It's finally here. Football is really here. Weekends are for sure for all you football heads. Know what it is. Was gonna get on here a little bit earlier, but we had a little extra things that we had to do. But y'all know I was at that game last night. Jumped in that game last night between Cowboys and Falcons for the final preseason game of the 2025 season as they get ready for the real thing, baby. Ain't nothing like the real thing. There was some good things that happened last night. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you haven't already, like, subscribe, do your due diligence. But your boy was in the building last night at AT&T Stadium, and it was, finally good to at least see a victory. Because, bro, all 2024, you rarely got a victory up in there. You rarely got one. Oh man, tough-ish right there. So, but Cowboys did do some good things up in there. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have the game back play. Watch that. The all 22 has came out. So once we get this college football fix up out his head, what is it? Iowa State, K-State. Once we get that up out the way, we'll sit down, watch the all 22. We'll preview. I'll give a live preview watching. Basically, it's about really looking and determining what is going to be on the roster cut. So I already gave y'all kind of my roster cut feels from, last week, but it was some fun times, man. I just want to share with y'all, trying to add this in a little bit more. I do have something where I know how I'll be able to, show everything that's going down, but, maybe if he showed the shorts or stuff like that. But we had some things that went down yesterday, man, at the game. We was live at the game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, go. Okay, keep it in. Right here. Quarterback, keep it in. I see you, Joe. Let's go, baby.
I'll go ahead and, if you haven't already checked out the shorts, but this is my own content anyway, so I can play the music and do all that, so it's all good. But at the same time, yeah, you saw what I like, and I saw early in the drive, not only, defense did go on the field first, but they were able to get off the field. And once they got off the field, that's something that made shit, go smoothly. And then I like the way Schottenheimer was like, you know what, Joe Milton, let's get the nerves up out you. Let's go ahead and try to run the football with you. Being a former quarterback himself, yeah, get your adrenaline. You already, anxious, probably got the anxiety. Once you get that hit, that adrenaline is like, okay, now it's survival mode. It's survival of the fittest. Let's go out here and play, and let's go produce it. And I think early in the drive, him getting on the run, pocket was actually pretty great. I told y'all from the beginning of preseason, when looking at the tape, I was like, bro, his accuracy and everything, yes, it is a problem. It is a problem. No lie. But I'm like, his pocket work isn't bad. He has a bad problem of staring things down. Now, I did say last night, he's earned the backup quarterback situation. But that's when I'm saying that, I'm just saying as of what you got, because you still saw Will Grier, and it's like, bro, we kind of knew that was, once you got to see, it's like, pump your brakes, y'all. Y'all thinking Will Grier is going to, be just that much better than Joe Milton. That's why they keep rolling Joe Milton out there. There's some things about him that they actually like, and that's what I was saying. Like I said, that's the QB. But going back to Joe Milton, once they got him on that open drive, he was able to, handle his business, bro. That got him momentum in there, got him a little swagger right there. So that happened, and I think it just set the tone for him offensively all night. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say he was like the ish, you know what I'm saying? But from when we've been looking at the all 22, and I've been saying he has decent pocket work. He don't want to always run, but I felt like, bro, you can run. Why don't you run? I think that's going to help you passing if they know you can run. And I think that was all stressed in this week of practice, and it came to fruition. Joe Milton was good with it. And like I said, him being the backup quarterback, that still ain't saying much because I don't think Will Greer was that much better. And I still think Joe Milton has a long way to go. But seeing the things that I believe that the Cowboys like of Joe Milton, I'm thinking that's like, okay, now they got something that they can try to build with. As I see, the offensive line is going to be pretty good. Let me get another play, Joe Milton right here. Another play, Joe Milton right here. He did his thing, bro. Jalen Brooks had a drop earlier in that, before that possession, or I think it was that same possession. I don't know, but I'm still going to have the vlog too, so we're going to be busy today. We're going to be real busy today. We're going to, we're dropping this watch back of the game, and we'll be dropping the vlog from last night as well. So I'm just, showing y'all the shorts if you haven't popped up in there and checked them out. But Joe, I think that first drive, it really did him wonders. Him running the football really set the tone for him, and it got him all in rhythm. He was really throwing darts all game. From just more times than he did from the previous two games. Let me back up. I don't want to say he was throwing darts all game. He was throwing where them first two games, I'm able to be like, okay, you got growing pains. You know what I'm saying? Now it's looking like growing pains. I see something that I can actually try to build with you and try to see if you can go forward with. So let me say it that way. I wouldn't say that he was just guns a-blazing that way, but your man was on, for the most part, people think he was accuracy-wise was dreadful, but yesterday, yes, it's against the Falcons. Both teams haven't won a preseason game. That's something to keep in mind right there. But at the same time, bro, Joe went out there and he did what he was supposed to do. Ryan Flanoy, he went out there and he did what he was supposed to do. Joe Milton should have had another touchdown with Ryan Flanoy. I don't know why. I think the lesson that he learned in the Rams preseason game where he threw it knowing, where he thought it was zero coverage, and the way he threw the football, the safety was able to go get that. I think he took that message to heart, and on this play where he could have actually threw it to the basically post in the middle of the end zone, in the back of the middle of the end zone, he tried to make it break back out to the other side of the end zone, and they kind of missed right there. But that was a touchdown right there. Ryan Flanoy, he broke open, and he got way open. We'll watch it on the replay. But I just want to go through yesterday's clips that we got of course, Jaden Blue. He came in there. He got injured. He rolled his ankle, but he came in there and he showed his burst. He showed his pop. The running back room is something where it's going to be a tricky situation because last night I saw Malik Davis be a special teams. They call him Demon or whatever, but he was out there on special teams blowing it up. And the more things that you can do, trust me, man, hey, you'll find a way to be on the squad. Mozzie, he finally had a big play, but it was gifted to him, It was really gifted to him. Nobody blocked him, and he actually made the play. So at least give him credit for that. At least give him credit for at least making the play. What else we got? Like I said, Brandon Aubrey-Matic from 64? That was easy money. That was easy money. And you can see, bruh, with the offense, with the two receivers y'all got, there's no reason y'all shouldn't be putting up a lot of points consistently, bro. That shit last year, hell no, that cannot fly. That cannot fly. Like I said, Joe Milton had a good pick. The defense had a good couple takeaways. Your boy Shamar James Houston. I mean, Winfrey came in there, flashed out a good couple times, bro. I mean, and I told you about Tyrus Wheat, and he can play special teams. We'll have to see if he jump out again for the third time, which we about to go ahead and watch the play. I just want to go over last night the type of stuff that y'all can get ready to for the vlog that he about to drop. But yeah, man, and Phil Maffa came in there. How do y'all feel about Phil? How can he stay? It's Javonte Williams. I told you it's going to be about probably 4 running backs, and you got to keep in mind Hunter Lupick is going to be one of them. He's going to be one of them. So that's basically might be just 3 running back spots. Might just be 3. And then you had Rochelle. He had the tipped interception. He got tired because he tried to run it back. But these guys played on film like they trying to keep a job. They play like they trying to keep a job, man. Good job to be there. Get there. Good. It was decent coverage too. So, like I said, man, we gonna go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and get into the playback. I would share the screen, but you know they're gonna flag me every time. But I just want to show y'all. Like I said, they got the all 22 out as well. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, with the all 22 being out, after this Iowa State and Kansas State game, we getting into it. So we're going to just really watch this playback real quick, just because, like I said, being at the game, I just want to refresh my memory of a lot of things that's going on up in here. So, let's kick back before, the college football game kicks off. And like I said, we'll keep going through our roster because later today is going to be 2 uploads, basically. We're going to hit the Cowboys vlog from yesterday at the game, and we're going to do the all 22 final preseason watch. Look over the film, over everything, see what's going down, and then probably tomorrow I will probably do shakedown, cut downs. You know what I'm saying? We'll rap about what's this roster going to look like. So I already showed y'all. I shared the screen. We about to just basically watch the condensed play. Go ahead and just refresh everything that happened. And later on today, man, we'll be basically going ham. So let's do it. Cowboys did win the toss, and they deferred to go on defense. So, we came out that way. All right, good cut down. Jaden Blue with the first tackle of the game. Came in first. So a running back has got to play special teams. So this is what I'm keeping in mind. Peon Renfrey makes the first play. Stretching, getting the arm out. He made the arm tackle. Mozzie still didn't flash out as many times, but hopefully, no pressure right there. He got double teamed, but he didn't get pushed back. Cowboys got looking with a drop right there, but Shamar James, he flashed out a lot of times. Kimon Hall and Zion Childress, I felt like they're basically making the squad as the 2 nickelbacks. All right, they did get the first down. They were kind of eating our DBs up early, and then you're just not getting that pressure with Ford, which was hurting them, which has been hurting them really all preseason. But then once they throw that motherfucker James Houston in there, what happened? When they throw James Houston in there, shoot. Some things shake right. Some things get right. So they're back on first down after that throw play. And here comes James Houston. And I mean, literally, I'm sitting next to folks and I'm calling. I'm like, hey, you getting your chance to come in. And on the first play he gets in, he gets the sack. I felt he got to be that defense end. I said that last week. I felt he got to make the roster. Good up underneath. Good up underneath. And he was the only one that was close to him. And that's the 4-man pressure. And you got the pressure with Houston. Now, he almost jumped off sides that time, but luckily he got back. Made it 2nd and 17. They throw a quick one right there. Who they had? Johnson in there. Shamar James at least forced a good pressure. That should have been a pick right there by Kamal Hall. He should have had a pick right there. That should have been another takeaway from the defense. Oh, good pressure, Shamar. He got lucky. He actually hit the quarterback in the head. But Kamal Hall, come on, bro. You make that play, because against Philly, you get your hands on the ball like that, you're gonna need to make that play. And they got the missed field goal, which that worked out for us. That worked out for us right there. Good shit. Deuce Vaughn, they gave Deuce Vaughn every chance they could get. They gave him every chance they could get. I see Cornelius down there. He ain't as strong, but he did seal the wall right there. Now, the play only went for 1 yard from Deuce Vaughn, but he kind of got pushed back, but he made it, got his shoulders turned where Deuce Vaughn actually had the lane right there. And Joe Milton, there you go. 3rd and 6. It's like, bro, run the football. Don't worry about, just move the sticks. And I think that he was like, oh, okay, we still on the field. Good move, Deuce Vaughn. Good move, Deuce Vaughn. Yeah, man, Deuce Vaughn, he trying to hold on. Good protection. Good throw on the money to Jalen Cropper right there. You can tell after that 3rd and 6 conversion right there, Joe Milton was in the zone because that was dead on the money. With the great touch, hold it. Great pocket, stand tall. He had Ryan Flanoy right there. He could have just kept throwing it to the post of the end zone, and that would have been touchdown. That would have been touchdown. I want to show y'all again, but every time I do, they're going to flag me. So when we get to the all 22, we'll look at it real good, what he was talking about that. But that was another touchdown that should have been had right there. I just think he took that lesson to heart. I can't make that throw again. I got to throw, keep it away from the safety. Only it wasn't no safety. It was you. This time it was read correctly. But then he poised, bounced back. They did get a freebie 5. Handed off to Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn gets more. Get a good pickup of damn near 20 yards. Deuce Vaughn ran hard. Okay, what's the clip? Cornelius. Good job, Cornelius. Good job, Cornelius. I've been talking about Cornelius here lately. He's been putting out good tape. I think he's not as strong, but he's not bad. He's him. And then they had Ozzie Richards out. Ozzie Richards actually played a little bit way better than he has the last 2 preseason games, bro. But they let him start at tackle, though. And then Joe Milton on the keeper. Joe Milton on the keeper that got him the early touchdown, which what we showed right there in our shorts. Good drive right there. Defense give you a stop, and then now what do? You capitalize and you go down the field. And give credit to Joe Milton on his first third down attempt. He didn't just look to run. He read, and just was like, okay, they're just full out playing coverage. Let me just go move the sticks with my legs. And it worked to perfection. And after that got him momentum. That got him right tuned into the game and made him do some things. So I ain't mad. Let's go. That was a great drive. They up 7-0. Kickoff. And Ozzie Richards, he's another one that's, because Nate Thomas has came in and all that type stuff. Good cutback. Peyton Turner got put on his ass. He got put on his face. Yo. Good hit right there. Akwamu. Playing Kwamu everywhere. I think he'll make it. And that's where Mozzie Smith got the blow-up tackle right there because they just failed to block him. But he was able to get it, though. Nah, that's just a mistake by 68 because then 75, he had nobody to block because the guy next to him, yeah, which that busted that all up. So Mozzie got a freebie. But it counted. It made it a stop. Jalen Cropper on the return. Like I said, we'll have the all 22. Once we get the all 22, we'll actually sit up in here and we'll break it down for sure. Because they're going to flag me. That play was doomed from jump. I don't even want to blame Ozzie Richards too much on that. That play was just doomed from jump. Make it a 2nd and 14. Good pocket. Throw it to the check down. You see, good job, Ryan Flanoy, to make a couple of men miss. And then he ran him up. Oh, let's go. Ryan Flanoy had a great game last night. 3rd and 6 again. Sit in the pocket. Oh, great catch, Fairweather. Great throw, great catch. Look at him, read it. Okay, stand in the pocket. Good touch throw right there. That was a hell of a throw by Joe Milton. Give him his props. Another 3rd down conversion he made. Now he's sitting tall in the pocket again, throwing to Ryan Flanoy again. Ryan Flanoy seeing he probably done made that jump. Like I said, we watching the playback. We are watching the playback right now. Like I said, I can't keep showing y'all too much, but we're watching the playback right now. So, yeah. Seeing how it go. Because they will flag your ass. But Ryan Flournoy played great. And then you had roughing the passer on that play, so that just gave Joe Milton a little bit more juice. Little bit more juice. Now let's get Blue in the game. Jaden Blue, how y'all think he looked? It was scary when he went down, and it was like, come on. I was like, nah, bro. Already? Good run right there, Blue. Good run right there. Jaden Blue damn near took it in the end zone. That was a great run right there. Good cutback. Good cutback right there. Good cutback right there. Yeah, good cutback right there. Yeah. Good execution right there. Good execution. Block it again, but what do we have? False start. Yep. False starting. Of course, y'all know Bass and Hoffman, they played a lot, but they're going to stay there. Should have been pass interference, and it was. He threw it late, but it was. Jalen Brooks actually had a decent game as well. He had a decent game as well, but like I said, both teams are winless. Throw it away. There you go. Throw that bitch away. Joe Milton played smarter. He played way smarter. Jaden Blue, touchdown, got his first touchdown in the building. And it capped off because he did have a good run that went basically down to the goal line. And like I said, he read it. You can see his vision is good. You can see when he sees the hole, he can get from here to there. Now to see how his hands look to come out the backfield will benefit us just that much more. But we like it. Boy, college football is about to be back. I'm trying to make sure we wrap this up before that because it's going to be fun times. But like I said, I'm going to get watching that. I'm going to be dropping the vlog. And then, like I said, we're going to go over the All-22 here in a second. And then at the same time, we're going to have the live watch for the All-22. We'll be able to show way much more footage than, doing when you do from the condensed playback and all that stuff. I didn't want to do the All-22 right now because we about to watch some college football. We've been waiting for this time. Cowboys back on defense up 14-0 right now after two good Joe Milton drives still in the first quarter. And that's what we was waiting for. We said the offense needs to get off to a good start. Ain't that what we said? They got off to a good start. They dominated for the rest of the time. Oh, Jay Toa. They dropped him in coverage. What was that? We had the roughing the passer, though. Yeah, roughing the passer. I couldn't remember who that was. Jay Toa is a big body, but does he make it? It's highly doubtful. He's a big, strong guy, though. He is a big, strong guy. He's just going to be a rookie. He's a big, strong guy with no, athletic attributes right now, but that's probably not what you want him to do. Great job right there. James Houston. Bro, he done flashed every preseason game multiple times. Sees the reverse, plays it, gets right in there on him. Good recognition. And then we get the pick from Troy Pride, but they said we had too many men on the field. Ain't that about a biscuit? Ain't that about a bitch? And then what happened after that? They get that play. He has a chance to get another interception, and he dropped that. Oh, man. That shit was crazy, bro. Sorry. I said we had two penalties on the play. So it's second down. He throws right back, but it was a pass deflection, and it went right to him, and he dropped that bit. He dropped it. Boy, you going to be sleeping on that. Oh, good pressure from the front four that time. Pressure from the front four right there. Hall gives it up, but he's not trying to give up the inside. Good throw and good catch right there. Make the play. Good job, Clark. No, that was Clark. Number 39. They go empty. Empty on 2nd and 6. And they got a false start. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. That preseason game had a funny ass feel to it. Ooh, good hit. Good hit right there. Clark came up and act like he's trying to make somebody roster. This was by far his best game I've seen. Get underneath. Yeah, great job. 3rd and 16, get off the field. Pass rush doesn't get there, but y'all keep everything underneath. Make them check down. Make them put their foot on it. Make them put their foot on it. Like I said, Joe Milton, he showed that, look, with some more opportunity and the right grooming, the right coaching, he's going to be all right. He's going to be all right. I don't want to say it can work, but hopefully you can groom him into a situation where he's better than Cooper Rush. Good job. Throw it away. And then he can be a better Cooper Rush with the mobility. What you mean? I forgot Dan Mullen is at UNLV at Iowa State. That might be a game he might want to watch, though. Oh, Dan Mullen. Oh, college football back. That's why I'm like, I still want to give over my thoughts what's going on, but I always been having to play back. This is how we gonna really do most of it all the time for the season anyway. So I've been prepping myself, going over. We couldn't get the first down right there, but that's all right. That's all right. But like I said, Ryan Flournoy, I know y'all love Trayshawn Holden. Don't get me wrong. I like Trayshawn Holden too, but I don't think he's going to make it, bro. I said that last week. I would like him to be in there over Jalen Brooks. I would like Trayshawn Holden over Jalen Brooks, but Ryan Flournoy, bro, he's going to be in there. He's going to be in there. Cropper, he showed some things, but I don't think he makes it. I don't even think he makes it as special teams neither. Troy Pride got caught on putting Turner out there in zone coverage. That's wild. 2nd and 3. All right, where you at, Tyrus Wheat? There you go, Tyrus Wheat right there. He ran it down from the other side. Like I said, bro, every preseason game, Tyrus Wheat his motor just be there. Great hit right there. Clark played a hell of a game, bro. That was a hell of a job to come up there and tackle, bro. He played a great game. Unfortunately, it still might not be enough, but he played a great game. Ooh, Jalen Crawford got busted. Boy, I remember seeing that. I was like, damn. Who in there? Jaden Blue? Bro, he got his chops busted. Oh, it was Deuce Vaughn. 3-yard pickup. Again, I think they gave Deuce Vaughn a lot of run because this is probably it for him. Just being honest. And he didn't do bad. Great throw right there, Joe Milton. Now, the only problem is you stare it down, but that was a great throw right in between the 1 and 9 to Ryan Flournoy. He got stopped. Deuce Vaughn could have ran to the outside, but he picked up no gain. Joe Milton gives it back to Deuce Vaughn, only gets about 1 right there. Offensive line had push. I think that play just took a little too long to develop. Now we're in 3rd and long. What do you do, Joe Milton? He scans the pocket, throws it. Just a little bit out of reach. Missed the accuracy with Trayshawn Holden right there. That wasn't Trayshawn Holden's fault, but, your boy did have a drop. This was the worst time for him to have a drop in Ryan Flournoy, having the game that he had. Jalen Brooks also had a drop, but then he came back. He came back with a hellacious touchdown catch with the receiver being all over him. So Then we had a personal foul penalty. The defense was doing good basically all the way up until the game really got out of hand. Like the run defense, we've been talking about the run defense for a long, all preseason, but this game, they played a hell lot better. James Houston just got held right there. They played way better in this game. It just got to the point where the game was almost over with, and the big runs, we were letting them do that because that eat up the clock. So you had those type of instances, but the one thing y'all like to see the improvement, they stopped the run a little bit more. They actually pressured the quarterback better. They got takeaways. Yes, it's the Atlanta Falcons, I know, but you can only get better from week to week. In this game, it seemed like it finally, for the most part, came together. It for the most part. Ooh. Rochelle gave up the inside, but, he fed him to the linebackers and during the 2-minute drill. Hey, Celeste. Okay. Thank you. I'm about to introduce daughter. Well, we've been introducing her to college football Saturdays, football weekends anyway. So, but she's really about to get introduced. Oh, great coverage right there, Rochelle. Only the receiver wasn't looking. Maybe he had a Miles Austin moment. He probably lost it in the lights. Okay, baby. Put her on the mic. Oh, and then we give up a touchdown to Felipe Franks. Felipe, he drank the beer on the job. Fucking Felipe. But we had a total bust right there. I don't know what happened. The classic old act like I'm blocking check down. That was just a great read by upstairs from the Zion Childress came on the blitz, holding it. That was just a great play call. I don't even want to say it was a bust. That was just a great play call. That was a great play call. And that got the Falcons on the board. Got a little tight. 14-10 up in there. Let's see if we can go on a 2-minute drill real quick. Let's see. Ooh, Iowa State, K-State, boy. Something going on with the TV in the main room, but we got it up in here for sure. Good job to shed the sack right there, Joe Milton. Good job to shed that. And he got rid of the ball. Pocket. Look at him. Trust the pocket. Throw. Ooh, he threw a dart. Ryan Flanoy, you got to catch that, but I think the defensive back actually broke that up. He might have broke that up. You could have actually threw the check down right there, Joe, but then you got roughing the passer. So we got gifted right there. You get another set of downs. And they're operating with one timeout right now. Throw it to the outside of Jalen Brooks. Great throw and catch. That, like I said, when Joe Milton was in rhythm, he was on the money. He was on the money. Ryan Flanoy, he catches that one. Like I said, I know y'all love Trayshawn Holden, bro. I love him. I like him to be on the roster too, but Ryan Flanoy's show, he done kind of made a jump. And then Trayshawn Holden had his chance. Dropped that boy. Hit him right in between the 7. He took his eyes off of it. He was clearly trying to make a move instead of making the catch. And that took kind of seconds up off the clock. And, but luxury of having a field goal kicker that you have in Brandon Aubrey-Maddock, you get across the 50, that's money. That's money. 64-yarder, that was easy money. He could have probably hit that boy from 74. So you get across the 50, we're good. So that was another positive drive from Joe Milton. Now, they did get guilty because they got rough in the passer. But that's credit to Joe Milton standing tall in the pocket. When you're standing tall in the pocket and you're delivering, you kind of frustrate a defense. And they, young guys that's on a bad team, they're going to give you a couple of those. Cowboys took advantage of it, especially of it in the first half. So that's the stuff you give to Joe Milton. Here come out the second half, throws it to Jalen Tolbert. The throw is a little bit too much in front of him, but at the same time, the ball hit you in the worst spot that it could hit him, Jalen Brooks, and it was in his hands. But he did go back and redeem himself. He did. I think Trayshawn did after the drop too, but good job to step up in the pocket, Joe Milton. Good pocket. Just run it. Yeah, there you go. Get the first down. They marked him short. That was a bad play by Joe Milton. Bro, go get the first down. This time he keeps it. He keeps it. Oh, great block right there. Who is that, Fance? Bro, he put a dude on his ass, yo. Oh, I can't wait to watch the all 22 with y'all, bro. We gonna really break it down. So y'all, if you're new watching and view, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe bell. We're gonna break down the all 22 here later, after we get our college football fix out the way. There we go. Trayshawn basically with the comeback right there. He made it up right there. He made the catch right there. He's a big body catcher, though. Play action. Good pocket throwing it to Jalen Brooks with a receiver, fighting with a receiver all the way off of him. Gets into the end zone as he atones for his drop. So I like Trayshawn Holden, but he might not just make it, bro. He might not. He might not. I don't think he's going to make it. I don't think he's going to make it. Because like I said, you got CD, George Pickens, Kevontae Turpin, Jalen Tolbert. Unless you get rid of Jalen Tolbert. You got them four, and then you only got two more spots, and I believe that's for Jalen Brooks and Ryan Flanoy. I think those are your last two receivers. Running backs that's the tricky one. Because like I say, I think they're going to carry four running backs, but you're going to be, unless they feel that confident with Joe Milton, if they feel that confident with him going forward and they release Will Grier, then they might just keep an extra running back. But I think it's four running backs in one position is took with Hunter Lupin. You don't want to say a fullback position because that's basically another running back position. So that's why I included him into the running back position. Come on, Winfrey. Can't be jumping off sides now. Cowboys are up 24-10 at this moment that we're looking at in the third quarter. And like I said, Joe Milton just gaining all the type of rhythm. How big was that drive? He did, roughing the passer help, but he did make throws to get them across the 50. You got the field goal. Now you come back out at half, you get the drive, and he has a good couple third down conversions, especially on the run, and then he throws a money one onto Jalen Brooks. I mean, the dude showed he could do something. Now we're giving up big gash runs right here. Here you go. We're giving up the big gashers. Giving up the big gashers. Giving up the big gasher. But yeah, I think they carry six receivers. I said before, the last two that's in is basically Jalen Brooks and Ryan Flanoy. And I love Trayshawn, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. Ooh, James Houston got pancaked right there. But then who makes the sack? Winfrey. Winfrey had the offsides penalty. And then he comes back and makes the play, gets him a sack. But James Houston, he got handled. Tackle in stun. Great job. Great job, Winfrey. We talked about the defensive tackle spot. You got Solomon Thomas, Osa. They're still going to have to run with Mozzie. And I would like Winfrey to be that fourth defensive tackle. So basically, they're going to run with about, 10 defensive linemen, 6 defensive ends, 4 defensive tackles? Come Jalen Blue. But like I said, your running back situation, linebacker, I'm just looking at the schedule. Boy, next week is going down. It's going down next week. They have a lot of content coming, and it's college football for all of us. What's up? 3rd and 3, as Will Grier is in. Will Grier took some shots. He got butted up, but he missed Trayshawn Holden for his chance to make a case for the roster, bro. Trayshawn Holden was wide open coming across the middle field. I thought he saw him, but he never pulled the trigger. Winfrey pushing the pocket. Great job to get the pressure right there. Like I said, Winfrey is your fourth defensive tackle. I think he's made that. Jay Toa, he's just raw. If he can stay on the practice squad, that'll be good because Mozzie is not going to be here longer. So you are looking to replace him. It just might not be this year. Defensive ends, who we said, well, Micah, he's a question mark. We don't even know if he gonna play. I think, like I said, Jerry wants to keep him. This is where it goes either way. Look, if you want your money, if Micah and his agent want their money, then call and negotiate. Jerry, if you want Micah to be a part of this, if you do see him as a future cap, then why don't you just call and negotiate? It don't even matter at this point. Because right now, y'all about to hinder the process of us trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel about it. Good job, Winfrey. Another pressure from him. You get another pressure from Winfrey right there. And they put him at defensive end as well. So if you can do two things like that, he's going to make the roster. He's going to make it. He's going to make it. Iowa State and Kansas State, 23 minutes. What? It's going down. And then Shamar James, like I said, he's a bottom. He'll be at the bottom of the depth chart, but I think, it's going to be better than Harris and Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Way better than that. Tyrus Wheat still played a lot this preseason. He might not make it. Because like I said, the ends, who are we looking at? You say Micah, Fowler, Williams, Nealon. That's 4. Now you're looking for 2 more. Ezeraku is another one. That's 5. So you really got shape for 1 more. James Houston got to be in there, bro. Fuck what they talking about. James Houston got to be there. James Houston got to be in that. He got to be in that. Oh, we gave him I don't know what happened right there. I think Harris was not reading the zone properly, and that should have been a walk-in touchdown, but the receiver dropped it. Oh, great pressure right there. And then Harris almost came back and got the interception. Then he almost came back and got the interception. They do another D-end tackle stunt. James Houston caused a lot of havoc and I can't pronounce his last name, but 92 he was big. But Harris, you got to have that. You got to have that, buddy. You got to have that, buddy. They do tack on the field goal. It's 24-13. Going into the fourth quarter. Probably get a look at Pro Football Focus real quick. Or we'll probably do that when we have the game, the all-22 film watch. I love you, Deuce Vaughn, but I don't see him making it. Malik Davis, like you say, do you think they carry 5 running backs? Will Greer, that was the play right there, bro. You scrambled slow, but damn, bro, you had him open. But Blue, Williams, you got Lupick. I mean, that now is between Maffa, Davis, Sanders, and then Trayshawn Holden has a false start. Good Lord. On 3rd and 4, too. You see extra young. I like him, but I don't think he's going to be there. I don't think he's going to make it. Trayshawn Holden is like a Green Bay receiver. Right there, throw it. Maffa couldn't catch that boy. But I still like Maffa. But if they're only going to carry 4 running backs and Hunter Lupick is there, you know what I mean? Just, I don't know how too much you can do. Had Malik Davis not been standing up celebrating on the punt return, that man straight forced the fumble, got up flexing. You could have jumped on the damn football. Great play by Malik Davis right there. And like I said, special teams, he played good as well. But I don't think he makes it. Phil Maffa, it will be very difficult for him to make it. Because if they put any money into Miles Sanders, they're going to have him on the roster too. So I can see it being Blue. I can see it being Williams, and I can see it being Sanders, along with Hunter Lupick as their running back room. I don't agree with all of it, but I mean, at the bottom spot, Shamar James with the pick. Take it to the mansion. Take it back to the mansion. Sitting right there. Great job to read the eyes right there. That's a hell of a play by Shamar James right there. Will Grier on the keeper, and he got absolutely now well. Ooh, college football. Good pocket. Boy, Will Grier had all day. He was kind of over Kelly's back. You got to go get that, though. Be aggressive and go get the football. Don't wait for the football to come to you. That's what you kind of hate with the receivers coming up today. Tight end wise, I think they're locked and set on their tight ends. I don't think they carry 4. Just for the simple fact, like I said, you got a running back that can do both. Although they got Fairweather showed he could play. I like Fance. Spanford, we already know about him. So I think that's probably who they're gonna roll with. But Fairweather didn't do too bad. And Fance, I like his size. As in his attributes, what he can do. Kelly, it wasn't there. He couldn't throw. Yeah, it might have not have been a good throw right there. That might have not been a good throw right there. But we got gifted, though. Phil Maffa, good run right there, Phil. Ooh, good job. Good run right there, boy. He basically had like a Jalen Blue run, except he ran through more people. That's where I said I will keep Maffa instead of Miles Sanders. That's me. Because now I got a couple of young running backs I can groom with. That's why I would keep him as the 4th running back. That's me. But they might just roll with Miles Sanders. But I would keep Phil Maffa. He would make my 53. He would make my 4th running back. Yeah, he would. He said, I ain't ashamed to tell you. I ain't ashamed to tell you. 1st and goal. This is basically about the end of the game right here. Oh, that was a pass interference. And they didn't even call it. Bro, Kelly got robbed on that. Bro, he grabbed him by his shoulder pads. Oh, they did call it. It was late as hell, but I'm like, bro, he grabbed him by his shoulder pads. What you mean? They tried to quarterback sneak it, and it went in. But I don't know what that that line judge was saying, but that was a touchdown. But they give it to Phil Maffa. 2nd effort, he gets in. They got robbed of that first one, but the other dude on the other side, like, nah, that's tutty. That's tutty. That's basically the game right there. That's basically the game right there. Now, what I like that I saw, man, no lie. Pro Football Focus. Let me get the what I saw. Like I said, I saw a team that came out there ready to play. That's what happened. And we kept saying from the jump, bro, if the Cowboys, especially in this preseason, if they can just get off to a faster start, that's mostly what it was all about. 32 teams. No, I'm going to Pro Football Focus real quick, see where we were kind of grading out. Preseason wise, we can share that. Weeks preseason, yeah. Okay, Cowboys right here. Teams. Let me get the damn players, yo. Team reports. Offense. All right, y'all. Let's pull it up. Let's stop sharing this. Let's get to what is it? All right, let's look at it. Hold on. Yeah, let's look at it real quick. All right, so this is basically, this says all preseason weeks, basically. They go ahead and rounded everything up in there for the preseason of 2025. Offensively, you saw TJ Bass basically have the most snaps. Do y'all want to go by total, or because that's going to kind of affect the grade? You know what I'm saying? Let's just look at total snaps. on the offensive side. So Brock Hoffman had the most snaps along with TJ Bass, understood. Joe Milton right behind as well. Joe Milton had 137 snaps in 3 games, 82 passing, 5 runs. Offensively, he graded out as a 53.2. Passing-wise, 51.8. He was decent in runs. So his first 2 preseason games were so bad, especially in the first half. That's what really killed them, bro. What really killed them was their first, bro. They literally went, I think, a couple of games where in the first half they barely had, I don't even think they had 50 yards total offense type shit. This game was totally different. It really was. But you see Joe Milton right there at 137 snaps and 3 quarterbacks, at a 50. I think his game last night basically got him above the 50 right there. So you saw the improvement right there, but it ain't too much to do. But TJ Bass, he's going to be still a part of this operation going forward. 144 snaps, he graded out as a 78. And that's run blocking, he graded out as an 85.4. Run blocking. So, like I said, I think the Cowboys, they know they have depth at the offensive line. They're comfortable at the offensive line. It's just depending on what and how they want to do it. But like I said, TJ Bass grading out at run blocking at 85.4. That's real good. 78, like I said, he's basically your highest graded offensive player in the preseason is TJ Bass. Especially for the number of snaps that he didn't have. Ozzie Richards, this was a guy, I've been high on. 111 snaps, 3 games. He graded out as a 61.2. So he graded out better than Hoffman, though he had a shade little bit, under snaps. But pass blocking, they say he graded out as a 75.5, yo. That's in 111 snaps. Run blocking, 63.4. Come on in here. So the depth of the offensive line, I'm telling you, I see that they don't have no issues with it. They like their depth at the offensive line. Like I said, the grade out of the 60. So he, as run blocking, he graded out as a 63.4. So that most of the times probably when he was at guard. But pass block, 75.5. Pass blocking wise, he was your best offensive lineman in pass blocking situation, other than BB, but BB didn't take that many snaps. But pass blocking wise, he was your best offensive lineman. Still. At a 75.5. So let that tell it. Being 3 games played. Looking more at the offensive line. Johnny Cornelius, 97 snaps. I've been high on him as well. He graded out as a 63.1. Pass blocking, 67.2. Not bad. Run blocking, like I said, he ain't that strong like that. He's kind of raw as well. He graded out as what? A 63.1. Who else? And he had 97 snaps. Jerron Christian, he had 98 snaps, played in all 3 games. He graded out real good, actually. Overall, he graded out as a 70 point, almost a 71. Pass blocking graded out as a 68.7, and as run blocking, he has 75.7. Graded out. This is about Pro Football Focus right here. So, like I said, Ozzie Richards, he had too many pre-snap penalties and stuff like that. But for the most part, bro, he graded out fairly good, bro. Especially in the pass blocking. He graded out good. TJ Bass graded out the best on the offensive line as run blocking. Jerron Christian, bro, for as many snaps as he got, he actually graded out real good. He graded out solid. Probably your second best offensive lineman being graded out, as that you had that many snaps. Okay, Akeem Adeniji, he didn't get that many snaps. He only played 2 games, not too many snaps, but he graded out as a 45, but he didn't have I just don't think he had enough snaps. He didn't have enough snaps. Sadiq Charles. He only played one game, but they graded him out as a 60. 60. What else we got? Nathaniel Thomas out of, 2 preseason games. He graded out as a 66. 67. So we're just looking more. We know Nathan Thomas is on the roster. Lyle Collins, I don't think he makes it. Just looking at what Hoffman and Bass were able to do, they got majority of a lot of these snaps. And like I said, TJ Bass, he graded out as your best offensive lineman in here. He graded out as the best offensive lineman. 78 offensive run block, 85.4. He was studded right there. Now, like I said, Joe Milton, his last game probably helped him kind of get over the hump right there. Running back wise. Yeah, we could have just did it like this a long time ago. Oh, they only have certain. Okay, well, let's look at the receivers. Receiver wise, Jalen Brooks had the most snaps at 105 snaps. Played all 3 games. He graded out as a 64.8. I mean, we could do this is just offensive grades. We could look at the blocking. We could look at the receiving. We'll probably do more of that getting ready for roster cuts. But I'm just going over just the offensive grades, just totally. But we'll see some. Lil CJ, what's good, bro? He said you up early. Hey, bro, I'm fucking around, man, for real. I was at the game last night, so we partied a little bit. I'm about to get my college football fix on real quick, and then after that, while that game is going on, I'm uploading this vlog from last night's preseason game for the Cowboys, and then I'll get ready to drop the all 22 here later tonight, y'all. So, yeah, appreciate you for fucking with your boy one time, man. Hey, Maverick season, I'm going up as well. So this channel gonna seem like it's just gearing more to be Cowboys and Mavericks, but y'all know me. I still talk flavor for all of the DFW sports. That's why I'm having a segment every Wednesday to do that. So, but for the most part, football season, we going hard, and then basketball season, we gonna go hard too as well. With Cooper Flag, something being new around here, it's just something that needs to go on with it. I feel you, bro. So, like I said, basketball season, we gonna be on it, bro. Mavs talk, we gonna be really up on that thing. But like I said, it'll be some days we're just gonna be doing Cowboy content. It'll just be some days we're just doing Maverick content. I'm gonna just start separating the two. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we looking at. But we're going up, my guy. We're going up. Appreciate you for always tuning in as well, man. I'll snap. She said, come up out of there. Okay, you playing doctor? No. Jalen Brooks, like I said, he graded out as a 64.8. Ryan Flanoy, 90 snaps, 3 games played, graded out as a 74, yo. I was just trying to tell y'all, bro. I just feel that yes, he's made that final roster spot. Him and Jalen Brooks are the final receivers. For real. Fans said they need to put Kyrie as the third option. What do you think about that? What? A fully healthy Kyrie as the third option? Why? Now, I get the Anthony Davis premise. I get that part, trying to run it through him because of the front court situation. I'm not sure why you would run offense through Cooper Flag. I will just have to see more of it enough. I think he can do it, but can he withstand it will be the question mark. But a healthy Kyrie should not be no third option. But if you're trying to like control the game and kind of take it old school where you play within the post with the big guys, not a third option, but you know what I'm saying? I can see where you can kind of shift it. A fully healthy Kyrie is 27 a game. So there is no third option. That's right there with her. I'm like, bro, a healthy Kyrie? There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Now, when him and Luka was here, you've seen Luka, you saw Jalen Bronson, how that 1-2 punch worked. But then you saw Kyrie and you saw Luka. It was like, nah, bro. Exactly what you say. It's a 1A, 1B type thing. Like, nah, bro. Kyrie, fully healthy. Nah, we ain't no third. You done got rid of Luka already. Nah, he's the first option. He's the first option. But now you know how it is. It's gonna all depend on the health of it's all gonna depend on the health of your boy AD. As they give it's college football. It done started. It done started. And let me go ahead and finish these grades real quick when I'm looking at real quick. Like I said, Ryan Flanoy graded out as a 74. Jalen Brooks graded out as a 64, but Trayshawn Holden, not as many snaps, didn't really get his opportunities. I don't know about him, bro. Jonathan Mingo, forget about Jonathan Mingo. So really now you got one receiver spot. So really the last receiver spot is between Jalen Brooks and Ryan Flanoy, actually. I forget about Jonathan Mingo. So you got CDE, George Pickens, Turpin, Mingo. Oh, no, you're right. Then you still got, if they run with 6 receivers. Do they run with 6 receivers? I don't know. And Tolbert. That's 5 receivers. Yeah, so that one last receiver spot is actually between Jalen Brooks and Ryan Flanoy. Who do y'all take? I wouldn't say they looking scary as far as, bro, this is going to go bad with all this extra stuff that got going on. But they was playing the Falcons, bro. Falcons ain't that good. You know what I'm saying? They weren't, no much better than us. For real. Okay. I forgot. So you already got 5 receivers. So if you're running 6 receivers, it's really between Jalen Brooks, Ron Flanoy, Trayshawn Holden. I like him, but I don't think he's going to make it. I'm taking actually Ron Flanoy over Jalen Brooks. But I can see them keeping Jalen Brooks. So that's going to be tough right there. It's going to be tough. Real tough. Running back wise. Jalen Blue didn't get enough snaps, but you look from Phil Maffa, Deuce Vaughn, they had the most snaps right there, and you see Deuce Vaughn graded out slightly better than Phil Maffa. 67.9. Phil Maffa, 65.1. Pass blocking, they were both good in pass pickup. Let me see. Let's look at the defense. Like I said, we could go into the passing and the receiving. We could go into that. We'll probably do that later on tonight in the film watch. How about that? So like I said, we still on football focus. Go ahead and look at the we're going to go ahead and look at the defensive side real quick before we end the live. One time. Looking at the defensive grades, let's do position. Okay, so y'all going to start with the DBs first. Troy Pride Jr. had the most snaps in the secondary with 137 snaps. Graded out 75.7. What? Bro, he could have graded out way more had he had him a couple picks. We'll look at the cover side. Like I said, we'll save that for y'all later today. So y'all holler at me. Oh, yes, Kobe. What? The Mamba, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, for sure. Oh, this type of day. Little CJ always in the mix. when basketball season come around, y'all, he's going to always be up in the mix, and we going to really talk it for sure. He's a Chiefs fan, by the way, which I ain't mad at. I got love for Pat Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes. Who else did we have? Kamon Hall, he had 68 snaps. He graded out at a 68. Coverage, he graded out as a 68.1. Troy Pride graded out as a 77 in coverage. Said he actually tackled good. What? That's weird. I didn't see that coming. Kamon Hall, as he showed, he's a strong nickelback. Graded out as an 86 in tackling. Coverage-wise, he graded out as a 68.1. Not bad, but if he's got to be our starting nickel, then, yeah, we want to see better with that. But hopefully with him, he'll have a better pass rush. Andrew Booth, he is what he is, but at 73 snaps, he graded out overall as an 83. He damn near graded out as your best defensive player. He only played 2 games, but damn. When did we say that? That pick 6 really boosted his whole stats right there. For real. Bruce Harmon didn't get too many snaps. James Houston. See, that's why I kind of like looking at the total snaps. That'll let you get a job. Mike Smith Jr., we know he's not going to make college football. Done kicked off, y'all. It done kicked off, yes and less. College football is here. We blessed. I'll be right out there, baby. Girl, let me put a brush to your head. Like I said, I like looking at the total snaps to give me a better look. Mike Smith Jr., I think the safety room is already full, but he graded out as a 63.7, tackling 70.9, coverage not really that good. Ooh, good stiff for him. Tyrus Wheat, 144 snaps in 3 games played, graded out overall as a 63.8. Rush defense, 71.1. Pass rush only a 55.6. So we'll go much more and look in depth. But looking at it, Tyrus Wheat in 3 games and 144 total snaps, he did have 8 total pressures, 8 hurries. You know what I'm saying? Like, his give a damn be there. For real. Oh. Israel Mukwamu had the next most with 142 snaps. How does Izzy stay? Because you got Booth, Elam. Girl. She gonna work her mom's nerves. Yeah. Kwamu, bro, he showed that he played everywhere around, bro, and he played decent. He didn't play bad. That many snaps, he graded out as a 65.9, damn near a 66. Like I said, Troy Pride, bro. I didn't know he graded out this good, bro. With that many snaps, he graded out as a 75. Coverage-wise, he graded out as a 77. Shamar James, your next guy. Oh, he dropped it. Great hit. Shamar James, 3 games played, 133 snaps. Defensively, he graded out as a 75. Rush defense, 72. Tackling as a 72 as well. Hey, that interception helped him out as well. Here comes James Houston with 132 snaps. He only graded out as a 61 overall defensively, which I'm surprised. His pressure rate graded out as a 62.8, but you look at his total pressures, he got 7 pressures. I thought he had more than 1 sack. Had 4 hurries, 7 total pressures, 4 of them hurries. Yeah. To me, him and Shamar James, I believe, made it. Troy Pride, ooh. That's a good look. Peon Renfrey, 96 snaps. Damn, he graded out as a 37. That can't be right. We'll have to look at the different measurables, how they have it on Pro Football Focus. But I'm just going over the total number of snaps, and that's kind of the dudes that you could kind of see on the bubble. Darius Harris, I think he did way better in special teams. But for the most part, bro, like I said, that last receiver spot, if you're going to run 6 receivers, that's going to be your, he muffed the punt return. If you're going to carry 6 receivers, who's the 6th guy? Mingo, he's being hurt. If he comes out on the pup list, then you got 2 receiver spots, which it would be Brooks and Flournoy for me. But once he comes back, one of them got to go. One of them is going to have to go. Offensively, like I said, Tyrus Wheat, I like Tyrus Wheat. He just might not make it. Tyrus Wheat won't make it over James Houston for me. He won't do that. But so, yeah. So we'll have the all 22 here later, man, and we'll do some things. Like I said, my biggest takeaway, we finally saw Joe Milton and the things that they like about him, where he can continue to grow, and it's the potential to really develop something there. Now, if you're going to keep Schottenheimer and this squad around, then that's just what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to keep him around to really develop him. The biggest trim down where it's going to be the question mark they're going to have to make for me is the running back situation, the running back position. I think linebacker, they kind of have their mind on fix on what they want to do. Corner-wise, looking back at it, I think they know what they want to do. I think the secondary most likely is their good sack right there. I think the secondary is like this more of the last spot of the defense in which we feel it should go to Houston. Maybe your last defensive tackle. Is it going to be Winfrey? Is it going to be Toa? You know what I'm saying? That's probably the question marks they're looking at. The 4th defensive tackle, your 6th defensive end, your 4th running back, and your 6th receiver is basically what they got to figure out. Offensive line wise, does my boy Osmond Richards make the cut? He's very much on the bubble, and I think it's the backup tackle situation as well. I think they like Nate Thomas. I think they like him. I think they're good at guard because they got Bass and Hoffman that can play center. So you got a backup center and 2 guys, and then you got 2 guys that can play either guard position. And then you got Tyler Booker and Tyler Smith. So, yeah, tackle situation, you got Steele. Who is the backup right tackle that you like? Is it Cornelius? Is it Adeniji? You know what I'm saying? Do you still keep Osmond Richards? So your 4th offensive tackle, whoever you're going to put, but because when Tyler Guyton comes back, somebody's got to be moved anyway. So it's that last tackle spot, the last running back spot, the last receiver spot. What are they going to really do? Defensive tackle, defensive ends. I kind of got my fix on it, but we'll watch everything from there for sure. What do you say? As a Chiefs fan, we gotta get it and get back this year. Well, your boys do come down here Thanksgiving. They do come down here Thanksgiving, so we'll check that out for sure. But yeah, man, looking over the thing, like I said, this was finally a good time they was able to put some things on tape. I think Ryan Flournoy, to me, this is a new coaching staff, so I can see them going away from Jalen Brooks. I can really see that. And going to Ryan Flournoy for that last receiver spot. Running back wise, it might be up to Jared, but I'd cut my losses with probably Miles Sanders and, go ahead and run with Phil Maffa back there. Let's have 2 dudes that we can develop. That's me. You getting that new 2K or COD? Man, I ain't got now one. I had a streak where I was on the station, bro. And since football came around, bro, I stopped playing. I just stopped playing. Because I just been digging in, researching, doing some things like that. But I need to, bro. I need to. Man, check me out later, man. We gon' we gonna drop another vlog, go over some tape session as well. But like I said, soon as October come around, when it get ready for Halloween, we'll start breaking out the Mavs like that, bro. We really will. We really will. We'll get into that basketball content, but football, you know how it is, man. I want to appreciate you for tuning in as well, my guy, as always. And everybody else who tune in on this, appreciate you. Go ahead and hit the like button. We will be, what time should it be? Well, the wife, she's gonna be doing it. It depends what time she comes back. But hopefully about around 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock-ish. Hopefully 8 o'clock-ish, 9-ish. We'll be able to go ahead and go over the all 22 and basically break down everything. And we'll fully go over the Pro Football Focus deep in detail with the guys that's kind of on the bubble and what happened in there. But I was surprised to see some of them numbers. But that's what we're going to have later on. Like I said, I'm going to work on the vlog from last night that we had at the game. So y'all be on the lookout for that. We're about to make that, export that, and have that up. And at the same time, we will be going here live later tonight, going over the all 22 final breakdown of the preseason game. Y'all know what it is, the one-man force size flavor of DFW Sports. I will catch y'all on the back end, and on the back end, make sure you do everything with love, because love always wins. With that, I'm out, y'all. But I gotta give y'all the intro. Let's.
Self-made independent hoe, I'm all about my businesses. I consistently continue to bring energy and know that keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a rap laxative, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made not a title, cause it's my identity. And wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in a symphony. They keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100's a everyday living tendency, and ain't faced by hating, it makes me increase my intensity.